in the room, in the space. I'm going to make this quick because I have to go to work. Initially, what's coming up here, you'll know this is your reading if one of you is a masculine and one of you is a feminine. Maybe one of you is a healer. Maybe the masculine is not really feeling like a counterpart to this feminine right now. Take it as it resonates. We're here with another Dorothy. It's probably going to be an intellectual reading and full of sarcasm. Hopefully Spirit isn't going to be too sarcastic with us today. Yeah. So that is the initial part of your reading. Let me see. I'm starting to take these lives a little slow because I know most people do the playback. So coming out here, there's something hidden between the two. And there's a deep knowing. One of you guys know. One of you guys have a deep knowing. And this knowing is about a transformation that's coming. This looks like a beautiful deep knowing. There's a high priestess here. So one of you is definitely intuitive. So somebody knows, either one of you or both of you. And one of you, I'm going to assuming the person who's the high priestess, is in their bag. They're either actually getting money or something that they're doing is bringing abundance. It could be energy abundance. Yeah, whatever happened to this high priestess is coming up as minor damage. One of you could feel like a student or actually be in school. And one of you is worried about the wrong thing and have on the black and white thinking. Yep, this came out twice. So black and white thinking will lead to delusions. Either this or that. When you think in black and white, it's not good because it leads to a delusional state. Black and white thinking will lead you to thought patterns like, so because you think in extremes, your feelings will be in extreme. So let's say an Uber driver takes the wrong exit and he says to himself, oh, I'm such an idiot because I took the wrong exit. No, that's a black and white statement. You're not an idiot for taking the wrong exit. You're a human who made a human experience. Your spirit who had a human experience who just made the wrong exit. But when you think in extremes like this, it leads to delusional states of thought patterns. And that's not good. And this came out twice. And that, again, worried about the wrong thing. So either you or your person has a habit of worrying about the wrong thing, and that comes from the black and white thinking. Tell me more. Tell me more about this. Hello, hello, Joe. Hello, Joe. You might be in another relationship, or one of the other people may be in another relationship. So one of you may have exited this relationship. Again, so whoever, one of the two, one person's a healer, one person's, a masculine energy. So I'll take that as it resonates. For each, it's gonna flip flop it, but don't force the roles to fit. But one of you guys are in another relationship now. Okay. Or maybe a new relationship is coming. Tell me more about this in another relationship. Tell me about this in another relationship. It's not working. If another one of you guys is in another relationship, that connection is not working. Not at all. There's no abundance. If they're in a connection with someone else, there is no abundance there. They're not getting their needs met emotionally, physically, or otherwise. So there is a new relationship. Another one. What's going on with this? So there is something coming forth. Somebody wants a relationship, but they want to come out of jail, and they want to come out of jail fast. Somebody's coming towards somebody with the offer, and they want to come out of this jail. They want to come out of this thinking pattern. When I said this jail, this negative thinking pattern. So I always talk about those black and white thinking, overgeneralizing, jumping to conclusions, minimizing, magnifying, should statements. Those things right there, that's the jail. You do that to yourself when we do that. Again, one of you, probably this person who tried to go into another connection, because this keeps coming out in all the readings. It feels like all the girls are given the same couple, like, a chance. This is the dust of the with the cheesecake. Everybody gets a chance to come talk to the girls. So this relationship, it looks like, because in this card here, I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth. This Eight of Swords. This episode was when Dorothy followed Blanche to a hotel that apparently was for prostitutes, and she didn't know it, so they all got arrested, and they're supposed to be going to see a concert. They're supposed to go see Burt Reynolds. So then they get to go see Burt Reynolds. If you know Golden Girls, you know what I'm talking about this episode. And so which one of this person is, they must have followed something blindly or thinking something was going to be a good idea, and it landed them into this jail space. So they might have, whatever clever ideas they had. And again, it makes sense because the overgeneralizing, overthinking, magnifying, those things get you there. Because what got them there is going the cheat route, following Blanche. She was like, oh, I picked the hotel with the most men. So there may be something about that too, a person following the crowd, or where the most something is, the most men or most women, and I'm feeling that energy too. That makes a lot of sense. Because we have the Four of Wands here. And this is like your relationship, this beautiful courtship. It was fun, maybe a little argumentative at times, but there's just like a lot of passion between the two of you, and it was a very fun celebration, but it ended. It's over. And they're experiencing this extreme sadness here. It's okay. Spirit says that you're all covered. So whoever needed to hear that, that was for you. Psalms 91, you're all covered. May all good things and more come to you. So maybe there's just a need to pray. Maybe they're praying. Maybe you're praying. Maybe there's a need to protect this relationship in general. Like, not necessarily to be together, but just protect it so it doesn't continue to bother you, or whatever that means. God's protection comes with a lot of things. So just protection in general, right? Someone's in the freeze. So this is where clinical depression lives at. Disassociation, feeling dead inside, feeling lifeless. So you have the 5 response systems. You have fight, flight, fawn or freeze, and then flop. Flop is when you pass out. Fawning is when you do people pleasing, right? And this is the freeze. This is feeling dead inside, lifeless. Disassociation. People with ADD, ADHD, schizophrenia, those will be the diagnosis that will come with that if it keeps being perpetual, clinical depression, or dissociation disorder, or identity disorder. When people sit too long, those things happen. See, look it up. Okay, tell me more. Tell me more. I think I want to get into some. I'm just doing random. I'm just pulling whatever comes out right now, guys. I don't have a system right now. I'm just whatever comes. One of you guys is going through grief, and they want it to be over. Somebody wants it to be over with. Someone's having a hard time manifesting. Somebody's trying to build a home. That could be you or your other person. Someone's trying to work on their house, building things around the house, maybe thinking about painting and moving things around. Somebody's been losing sleep over this soulmate connection being gone. Someone's losing a lot of sleep over this soulmate connection being gone. Tell me more about this soulmate connection. I want more about this sleepless nights. These sleeplessness, up all night in the head thinking. Thinking about something that was peaches and cream. Thinking about when everything was peachy and creamy. Everything was great. Everything was wonderful. And maybe something about this person too. Maybe something about how beautiful they are. Because this is the peaches and cream Barbie. Like, it doesn't get better than that. That's what that Barbie's supposed to mean. Maybe you feel basic. Maybe one of you guys feel basic. Maybe you're struggling with feeling basic. Maybe, yeah, maybe when you guys are struggling with feeling basic, or maybe not feeling like you're keeping up with your hair, or keeping up with just maybe you feel like you need to do a change or something. One of you or both of you. Tell me more about this brush and style and midge. What has them up all night with their soulmate? Something about you feeling success. They were your best friend, and you want to go back and give them something. You want to give them energy. You want to give them. You want to do a give and a take, equal exchange with them, and you want to go to calmer waters. And you feel like giving to this person would make things better. Working with them as a team would make things better. Walking away from what? Walking away. Walking towards what? You have a new idea, a new passion. Walking away towards not regretting things, not betraying, not lying, not backstabbing, not injuring another person. There's an ending. There's an ending with this Queen of Swords. And this Queen of Swords has no words. There's an ending, an extreme ending too. I mean, the big one, the divorce, like it happened. And now there's a light being shown on that. And maybe one of you guys are in Hermit energy, big Virgo energy here. Air signs on the board, doesn't have to be, but. And what's being shown a light on is that, I guess, somebody's idea was to not give to this connection. And there's no lovers coming out on the board. It's just not giving at all. This is just someone who's just not giving. I mean, these cards are just a lot of I'm in regret. I'm in regret. And I don't know what to say or do about this divorce. I don't know, or breakup, or this union being over with. Thank you, sir. 3 Wands. So maybe you or your person's looking for like what's going to happen next and where to put your energy into next, like what's going to happen next. Maybe you're looking at what's to come. Maybe what kind of emotions are coming in. What type of tide is coming in, like what new arrival. Because I feel like you're about to do something here with the 3 of Wands in the back. Somebody wants to do something. They're preparing. They're preparing to let the devil go. Let's get some confirmation on this devil. Tell me more about this devil that's trying to be let go of this attachment, this addiction, this codependency, this overindulgence. You don't want to be sneaky anymore. Somebody doesn't want to be a sneaky liar anymore. They're tired of that. They don't know how to clean up the mess, though. Or let go of their attachments. So they may have attachments. Tell me more about these attachments. Is this to people? What type of attachments are these? Oh, things are falling. One of you must be a tarot reader because this card keeps following me around. Or watch readings. One of you guys must do that, or someone knows about it. All right, tell me more about these attachments that we need to let go of. So for some of you guys, take it as it resonates. For some of you guys, they need to let go of other men. So some of y'all got some hoes hoeing around, and some of you guys, they're just hanging out with friends and other people, or hanging out with family. It just seems like a lot of third party, other things going on. Yeah. Older people, just seems like what's going on about that. Seems like the attachments. The attachments coming through is just like a lot of people. Tell me more about the attachments. Yep, I'm right. I was wondering because that deck has a lot of like Barbies on it, so I wasn't sure, but I wanted to make sure. Yeah, it's a comparison. Doing a lot of comparison. The attachments that needs to be let go of is the comparison model that you have, or one of you guys have. There's a need to, so one of you guys wants to be on stage and wants to be like seen. And maybe one of you guys is completely okay with the other person being on stage, but something about that being bliss, being on stage, being seen, or just enjoy. Tell me more about the bliss. Tell me more about why that's coming up as an attachment. Like, oh, maybe partying and just hanging out, going out. Maybe you like adventure, and maybe you're maybe you're comparing yourself to see other people having fun. Ooh, and your body. Someone has body shaming. So maybe letting go of that. Take that as a resonance. Maybe for one of you or both of you. And maybe you both. Maybe you guys are mirroring each other. Maybe this is for both. All right. I have to go. I'm getting ready to have a session. Solitude. Tell me more about the solitude. That's coming up as an attachment. Something about being by themselves. Okay. One of you is in solitude, and being in solitude has been helpful for you. It's helped you to drop your guard, to stop being so defensive, and the defense mechanisms must be slowing down. So that will be the denial, jumping to conclusions, acting out, repression, suppression. There's like 25 of them or more defense mechanisms. So you may be dropping that. And this is more like action. So maybe you're like actively like stopping being like that with people, like with your words or how you move. And that's a good thing though, because it's caused you to kind of be at this standstill, this stagnant energy where you're not moving. But I always say the handmade energy is good because it allows you to manifest. This is where people should be journaling and writing and poetry and painting. If you're in handmade energy, this is where you create. One of you or both of you is tapping into the Empress energy. I love the Empress energy for you guys. Empress means that you have mastered the swords, the wands, the pentacles, and the cups. You understand your emotions. You know what to do with the things that you have. You understand what your passions and what drives you. And you understand your thoughts. You're no longer taking careless leaps of faith. Looks like you're not necessarily worried about a happy home anymore or trying to have this new beginning. You've seen this part, Lily fell on the floor. You are finding balance, which is great. Whoever or whatever that is, whichever one of you guys. Somebody's in this room finding balance. Could be both of you. Somebody's finding abundance. Okay, last message. Tell me something that the viewer needs to hear about this connection. The viewer needs to hear about this connection. Your partner's not awakened. They're trying not to overindulge in you or something. They're trying not to, they don't want to go towards the goodness. And that's because they're lacking internal strength. So they may be burying themselves in work and hanging out with people, partying, trying to, I won't say pretend, but it feels like they're trying to do celebrations. They do not have the ability to see what it's like to be in your shoes right now. They're trying not to think about you right now. They're trying to choose new love right now. They do not want to work together and be of service. They don't want to work as a team and be of service. They don't want to help anybody. Probably not even themselves. They don't want to be a community person. They don't want to do that. They don't see how apologizing to you or working with you would help the world. Again, they have black and white thinking. You must still think this person is beautiful, though. But they are a huge red flag. You know this is your reading. This should all resonate with you. They may come across as a cult leader, but you're no longer triggered by this. They're coming up here as a narcissist. They are pretending to not be jealous, and it's because of pride and privilege. But they're lying. Their heart is in shambles. Because you are the star and the wheel of fortune is in your favor. You are not confused. You are resting. You are chilling. Enjoying yourself. And you're moving towards the Knight of Pentacles. You're moving towards planting your new energy, your new desires, what you want. All this energy that you was giving them, now you're planting it into being someone who is calm, peaceful, still beautiful. You know what to do with your words. And you're working on being your own counterpart. It may be a struggle for you right now with the feminine energy, but you already have whoever you are. You already got the masculine energy down locked. This feminine energy that they were giving, you have to do that for yourself. Judgment's being called on this person for not coming up to be your counterpart, for not offering you anything. Yep. For not taking this love. I'm sorry. That felt rough to hear. Yeah. All right, guys. Have a beautiful day. I will talk to you later.